have the great pleasure now in talking, earlier on obviously we were talking about a lifetime of cycling and the passion involved in that, and we're now going to be talking to some of the rising stars, indeed already established stars, of the next generation of British cycling as well. To help me out, I'd like to welcome up Rouleur writer and cyclist Rachel Jary. Rachel, hello, welcome along. How's Rouleur treating you so far?
It's been great. It's been a good success. We've had massive crowds. Everyone seems to be happy, so we're happy.
Yeah, exactly. 2 days sold out already. It's brilliant stuff, isn't it? And here at the new venue as well. We are talking to Alice Towers and Josh Tarling. Tell us, Rachel, why are these two standing out for you? Why are we talking about these two riders?
Well, I think with Alice, her standout moment of the season has to be winning the British National Championships. She wasn't going into that race as a favourite. She was maybe a bit of an underdog, and she made a gutsy solo attack and just shocked everyone and stayed away to the line. I think that was for 40 kilometres, so really, really impressive. And since she's been wearing that jersey, she's been getting great results in Europe, racing in Belgium, so she's earned herself a World Tour contract next year, which I'm sure we'll talk to her more about, but she's a really exciting, versatile talent for the future.
Exciting to see. I think I'm right in saying that was her first road race win as well, a national title. Not bad, and we'll hear more from Alice about that heroic 40k solo in just a mo. And Josh as well.
Yeah, Josh is another huge talent. He's been one of the best juniors this year in the world. He won the World Champion Junior Time Trials, so that was really impressive. And he's earned a contract with Ineos for the next 3 years, and skipping the under-23 ranks entirely to go straight to the World Tour, which is really impressive. He's been, picked for the Commonwealth Games as a junior, just excelling everyone's expectations. So he's another really, really exciting talent for the future, and one I think we'll be seeing a lot of on the main stage.
Thank you very much. Well, let's get the riders up, shall we, and have a chat with them. Please welcome up National Road Race Champion Alice Towers. And Junior World Time Trial Champion Josh Tarling. Thank you very much, guys. How are you doing? How are you enjoying Rouleur?
Yeah, good. Just arrived. The atmosphere feels nice, so happy to be here.
Yeah, it's a very friendly crowd. Josh, how are you?
A little bit nervous, but yeah, it's okay.
Are you more nervous now than you think you would be on a start line of a world time trial?
Oh, 100%. 100%.
Yeah, the stakes are high here. Okay, both of you, I think we're going to start at the very beginning. Josh, 18, Alice, 20. You've already achieved results that any cyclist would want in their palmarès. Where did it all start? Alice, coming to you first. Where did the love of cycling begin, and then indeed the journey into the professional ranks?
So I've been riding for quite a while. As you can see, just doing like local races, just riding with my family and stuff, just like enjoying it. I didn't start taking it seriously until I was about a junior. And then that's kind of when I realized, like, oh yeah, I could make a career out of this. I could like do it full time. So I started taking it, more seriously, and then just like kept making like steps forward. And then it's nice to have made kind of like a career so far and have like the next few years mapped out for myself. It's been quick, but it's been quite nice.
It's been very quick, but super exciting.
Yeah.
Josh, for you, where did the love begin?
I think from really, really young, my dad always used to race, so I used to go to the races with him in Shrewsbury, and I think I did my first race when I was about 6, so and it kind of just went from there. We moved to Wales, and it was really nice for us to train on, and my brother and my mum, my dad does it, so it kind of just kept going from there, really.
Yeah, cycling within the family. And we'll skip a few steps on to the two big landmark results that we spoke about when we introduced you up onto stage. Alice, coming to you first. Just 19 years old when you became National Road Race Champion. You beat Pfeiffer Georgia, you beat Anna Henderson, two experienced World Tour pros, and you did so by more than a minute. And it was a 40k solo effort in, as you can see, pretty torrid conditions as well. What are your memories of that day, and just reflect on that achievement?
Yeah, so, I mean, I didn't expect to win, obviously. It was a nice surprise, but when I went, it was just a bit kind of like, I may as well kind of thing. Like, I was I wasn't a favourite. And I think the peloton might have underestimated me a little bit in the ways that, I don't know, maybe they just thought, we'll give her a gap. But yeah, no, it was just kind of thing like, whilst I was out of there, I may as well have just cracked on. So I just kept going, and I didn't expect to even make it to the line solo until about 5k to go. So when I started realising that I've got this in the bag now. But yeah, no, it was a great day actually. I do sometimes like go back and look at pictures of it and just be like, oh yeah, that was quite
happened.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Am I right in saying as well it was your first actual road race win as well?
Yeah, so I mean I haven't done that many road races since I turned, well before I turned like pro really. So I hadn't had a lot of chance to race on the road as like an amateur or like a national level. I did the Lincoln GP one as a junior, and I kind of went straight into like UCI level racing when I was 18, which obviously is quite hard to make the step up. And I never really had chance to like take the step down to like find my feet and be at the front of a race. So it was quite nice to be able to like ride a race from the front rather than like just seeing it happen and not be able to do anything about it. And yeah, I think I kind of made the most of it that day. So yeah, it was nice. It gives me confidence for like coming years.
So you'd had no rehearsal for a victory salute then? What inspired you over the line? What came to you?
It was actually really windy. It was a really windy day, and I tried to go no hands, and the wind caught my front wheel.
Oh God!
I thought I was going to crash.
Imagine crashing over the line.
No, I don't think I'd be able to live that down. So I just had to do the one hand like sort of punch in the air. So I have thought, I wish I'd have done a better victory salute, but it was just kind of what I could do in the moment. It was the conditions didn't really let me like have the full arms out kind of thing. But yeah.
No, it looks pretty epic. It looks epic. And Josh, for you, the rainbow bands or junior world time trial champion, I mean, the rainbow bands is something that every cyclist, there you are, aspires to. What were your emotions on that day and now in the aftermath as well, and looking back at pictures like this one?
Yeah, I think for me, as you can tell, I get nervous. So, so I think we did it really well. We made sure I didn't see anything. I didn't watch anyone else. I didn't look at the wind or how it changed over the day because I didn't want it to. Well, I can't do anything about it anyway. So it was really good. I kind of just rode up to the start, not knowing anything, and then just did the ride. So we just kept nice and calm. Then after it, it was massive relief mainly. Because I think we knew on a good day, like we could, so I just didn't want to like let anyone down or myself. So the main thing was just relief, and then aftermath has just been pretty cool. I got to wear a skin suit at Chrono, went full white shorts because.
Of course,
I saw that. It was quite a bold move to be fair.
Yeah.
It's got to be done.
Yeah, well, I thought I haven't got a season in it. I've just got one race, so it doesn't matter if it gets dirty or see-through in it, so and it was that was pretty cool, and I got a helmet from the team, which was class as well. So it's just been it's been cool. It's cool.
It's been cool to watch for sure. And Rachel, of course, you've interviewed both of these guys since. I mean, these results are incredible for these riders, for any rider at any point in their career, let alone at the age of 18 and 20, as I say. What stood out for you when you interviewed them, and what do you think gives them an edge?
I think both of them are quite kind of self-assured, I guess, and quietly confident. Like Alice, like you were saying, you kind of didn't expect to win that race, but I think deep down you do have a confidence in your ability. And I remember going on the training camp with Nicole Wahoo, and I saw you, like, you're very versatile, like you're able to kind of climb and sprint, and you're a bit of an all-rounder. And I guess in the women's peloton especially, with the smaller team sizes and the big calendars, that's really important. So I think it's, great that you can kind of, I guess, perform on any terrain. And with Josh, like, you made that step to Ineos straight away, skipping the under-23 ranks, which obviously comes with, some controversy. A lot of people think that riders need to spend some time developing in the under-23 ranks. But, when I spoke to you about it, you gave an answer that you felt like you were ready, and you're very aware of the kind of longevity of your career and the steps you need to take. So I think that's really important.
Well, that's an outside perspective, and I know it's really difficult to talk about yourselves. But Alice, can you pinpoint anything within yourself that you think stands you apart, that has enabled you to achieve this so young?
I think it's just like, yeah, the quiet confidence. I'm always like, and I'd never say to someone like, oh, I want to be this, I want to be that. But I think deep down, like, there's like a little fire within me that like that knows what I want. And like, yeah, when I go out training in the morning, like, I'm there to make something of it, kind of thing. I don't know, but yeah, I think it sort of comes like as I progress, and then as I get like make another step, I start thinking of the next step I can make. And yeah, I mean, hopefully I can do some more in my career, but yeah, I'm certainly looking to the next kind of step I can take. So yeah, I think, I mean, I don't know where I'm going to end up, but hopefully it's somewhere successful.
Well, you've had a pretty good start, haven't you? There's that victory salute as well. Josh, for you, what is it, do you think, that stands you apart, or perhaps has enabled you to secure these results, and indeed, as Rachel said, that contract as well?
Yeah, standing out. Wanting to wear white shorts. I don't know really. I think I just really enjoy it, so it's never hard for me to just go for a ride and train, because like now I'm in off season, but it's really annoying because I've got all the bikes and got all the new stuff, so I just want to get going. So I don't know, I really want it, and I really like the kind of trying to make yourself better kind of aspect of it. So I guess, yeah, I guess that.
Yeah, the motivation runs deep.
Yeah.
And you mentioned there you just really enjoy it. And you said as well that before the time trial at Worlds, you didn't want to put too much pressure on yourself by knowing other results and knowing how other people were doing. So you kept yourself within your own bubble and your own focus.
Yeah.
How do you cope with, I know this is enormous pressure as well, how do you cope with pressure so young? How do you deal with that? Or do you see it as pressure? Do you find it's sort of fuel, or?
Nah, I really don't like the pressure. So with the Worlds, it was just all about distracting myself. Mm-hmm. I guess that's not the best way to deal with it, but I kind of try to pretend like I wasn't doing the Worlds and just do my ride. So like I said, like not watching anyone, not knowing anything about the wind, just so I could stay in my own bubble and then get on with it. And I think just distracting myself, really, that's the main thing.
Yeah, good tactic. Alice, for you, how do you cope with pressure and nerves?
I don't think I've had a lot of pressure on me so far. I think I've always been like, I haven't been like the main favourite for any race I've really done so far. So I guess I'm yet to find out how I'm going to cope with that. But yeah, I think like Josh said, I think distracting yourself from what you're doing. It's just another day out on the bike, and I suppose at the end of the day. And there's probably another one next week. You just got to kind of get into that mindset that, like, yeah, it's not actually. I mean, sometimes it can be a big event, but it's just another bike race. So I don't know. I think as I get older, I'll probably be able to deal with stuff like that better. But yeah, I'm still trying to figure out how I manage that kind of thing.
I guess a sort of attitude of I get to do this rather than I have to do this.
Yeah.
And keeping that perspective as well. But that's difficult to do when you guys are still young. You know, your peers are out partying and at university and whatever else. Do you allow yourselves time to be normal?
I think, at this time of year, it's the time to relax a bit and just, you know, like not let loose, but yeah, definitely like just like step back and think like, oh, you know, it's October, it's time to, well, it's November now.
It's November,
actually. Yeah. It's gone quick. But yeah, no, just let yourself relax when you can, and then there's a time to focus. But I don't think I'm not an intense person. Like I'll never like become super absorbed in like training. I can always, you know, I've got a good perspective on things. So yeah, I think that's important.
It sounds like it. Josh, for you, how do you allow yourself to be a normal teenager?
Normal teenager. I think it's important just to relax a bit this time of year. I think the first camp was really nice. Get to meet everyone, and we had some fun. We went go-karting and stuff. That was really good fun. And yeah, just try and spend as much time with family and friends as we can, really. So, not not too crazy.
Keep yourself grounded. And Rachel, as I said at the start, you're also a cyclist as well as a writer, and you were racing when you were 18, 19, and living out in Belgium with the Dave Rayner Foundation out there, of course. So you know what it's like to feel this kind of pressure of training and living like an elite athlete when your peers are all out partying as teenagers. What is it like?
I don't know. I think if you're motivated and it's something you really want to do, you almost don't think about it. It probably comes quite easily because it's just what you're passionate about. I think, yeah, like Josh, I know you said you were like, when I interviewed you, you're moving to Andorra. That's a big step for someone to do at 18 years old, and you do have to grow up quite quickly, I'd say. And yeah, just important to be able to deal with that. I guess it's probably the stuff that's off the bike that's maybe more difficult, like learning to cook and clean and do all those kind of adult things probably is harder than the actual bike riding and organising your schedules and things like that.
Yeah, I'm not great at adulting yet. Not great.
We'll give you a few years, that's okay. So in the thick of it then, training and racing, what does everyday life look like for you guys? Where are you both based as well, or where are you looking now to base yourselves?
Well, I still live at home. I live in Derbyshire. So it's nice, it's in the countryside. I can train in the Peak District. But yeah, I'm looking to sort of be based out in Europe just because it's easier to, like, in between races and stuff. But obviously it's a bit more tricky these days with Brexit and there's a visa situation. And yeah, but no, I live a pretty chilled life. Just go out training, come back, chill, do the same thing the next day. But I like a routine. I like doing the same thing every day. Some people might find that boring, but I find that quite comforting. But yeah, no, I'm probably quite a boring person in the season, but I don't know, I quite like it.
I think boring gets results, doesn't it, ultimately, or boring, as I say. Josh, for you, everyday life, where are you based at the moment? And now, obviously, 3 years of Ineos ahead. Where are you looking to base yourself?
Yeah, I think at the minute I'm in Wales, and I spend a lot of time up with my girlfriends in Alnwick. So, yeah, again though, my day to day is just kind of training, and like I said, I'm not great at adulting. So usually when I get back, panicking, trying to email someone or do some things I haven't done. So,
right.
But nah, it's again, I'm not the most interesting person, but it's good fun, and I don't mind the training either. So as long as it's warm, But so I'm moving to Andorra, which should be great. I think there's a bunch of Ineos riders out there, and other riders as well. So really excited to kind of get to meet everyone, and it's really pretty up there, and there's nice roads. So it'll be really nice for the change.
For sure. And Rachel, obviously Canyon SRAM and Ineos, the two teams these two riders are heading to, firmly established big world tour teams. How good a fit do you think these outfits are for these two riders?
Well, I think Ineos has obviously got a proven track record of developing young British talent. I think going to an English-speaking team is probably the right move when you've already got so many other changes going on as well. Like I say, they've developed Geraint Thomas and people like that who've also come from a track background and done all that sort of thing. So, yeah, I mean, you can't really criticise them. That is one of the best places to go for a talented British rider. And then Canyon SRAM, it's been in the Women's World Tour for years and years. It's really experienced. I know Magnus Backstead is going to be the sports director next year there as well, and he's obviously so experienced, and he can really advise the riders well on those cobble classics, which Alice has performed well in quite a few times. So I imagine he'll be like a really good mentor. And also being around Cassie Doma, who we've got here later on, riders like that. I mean, it's so good to learn from people who've been in the sport for that long and seen how women's cycling have changed. So I think it'll be a great move.
Yeah, incredible. So tell me the emotions then when you finally signed on the dotted line as a Canyon SRAM rider.
I was just so excited. I wanted to tell everyone straight away. Obviously, you can't. You got to kind of keep it under wraps for a few weeks, months, But I just couldn't wait to tell people, kind of thing. But yeah, no, it was kind of like a sense of pride. Like I was proud to have signed for a team like Canyon, because I mean, it's a team as like a young female like rider. When you're a junior, you kind of like think, oh, I'd love to ride for them someday. Or like you look at riders like Cassia. I mean, I haven't met her yet, but yeah, she's been one of my idols since I've been young. So yeah, it's just like, I can't wait to just like, be a part of the team and just wear the jersey with pride, kind of thing. Yeah, I've got my bikes, I've got a few bits of kit, and I'm just like, every time I look at it, I'm like, oh, that's so cool, kind of thing. But yeah, no, it's I'm super excited for next season and the years to come. So.
Yeah, we're excited to see how you go. And Josh as well, I mean, signing for Ineos as a British rider, that must be a dream come true.
Yeah. I think so. I was at the Euros actually. So it was a bit weird when I signed because I still wanted to stay kind of in the zone and ready for racing with the team. So it was really weird, and I didn't get to celebrate straight away. But it was really excited. But I tried to keep it controlled, and then I'm really excited to kind of develop and learn and from all the best riders and get some experience. But yeah, it's really weird having exactly what you want. It's something you don't really expect, and it's kind of like you want it all your life, and then you get it, and it's like you don't know what to do. So,
yeah, and kind of like, oh, what's next?
Yeah, why? It's just confused. It's like what, like how, why? I don't get it.
Well, you've earned it. You've earned it for sure. And for both of you, who are your idols or heroes in cycling growing up, and who do you now look up to? Certainly within the two teams, like you said about Casio, that you're moving into.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, I haven't really had like an idol that I've looked up to since I was little, but I guess I just sort of always had looked up to just like the scene, like the whole scene. I just wanted to be like one of the top riders, and I think like if I look up to riders who I'm going to be teammates with next year, I can hopefully learn from them, and just it's going to be cool, I think.
Sure, Josh, for you, growing up, and then so obviously with Ineos now, you've got a whole host of riders to look up to and learn from.
Yeah. I think growing up, like there wasn't just the one. There was I think when I was younger, it's just pros in it, so they're all cool. So. But you've got like obviously in the UK you have like Wiggins and Froome and Cav, but now it's really cool. I get to like go have food with them, so it's really cool. So there's loads of people in the team, and I wouldn't want to pick one because they're all cool and they're all insanely good at their jobs. So, but Luke Rowe's pretty cool, and he's Welsh, isn't he? So
yeah.
I'll go for that. All
right, we'll take that one. Rachel, what are your predictions for these two over the next few years?
I mean, yeah, I think they've proven that they're both really talented. I predict like a lot of success for both of them. Josh, especially in the time trials, I think it'll be interesting to see like how you fare against the kind of elite riders. And I mean, I guess both of you are part of this kind of new trend of riders coming into the World Tour earlier and earlier. Like we see it in men's cycling with Remco and Pogacar. They're all like performing well at a young age. So I don't necessarily even think it's going to be that long until, you can be performing at the top level, because cycling is changing and people are performing at a younger and younger age. So yeah, I'm sure it will be like both have amazing careers, yeah.
Absolutely. And are there any concerns for either of you that you've achieved this success already so young, of backing it up and of the pressure that now may come, that's heaped on your shoulder? As you said, you coming into that national road race, you were somewhat of an underdog and you didn't anticipate that you were going to be one of the favourites. Well, now you'll have a target, both of you, on your backs.
Yeah, I mean, I'll have to see how I deal with it, but I think it's just like keeping perspective and just taking each race as it comes, taking each year as it comes, and just trying to stay relaxed and just stay the person that I am, I think, is probably going to be the most important thing.
For you, Josh?
I think I'll put pressure on myself, but there won't be any from the team or anyone like that, so I think it'll be whatever I put on myself, really, because obviously I want to be the best I can be. So, but I think distract myself again, but it should just be fun as it comes, and every year should get more and more fun, and learn more as it goes. So I'm just excited to kind of get it started, really.
And for both of you, a short-term goal or aim within the next year or 2 years, and then ultimately the long-term ambitions. Alice?
I think I just want to be a helpful and successful member of the team next year, and then hopefully establish myself as as one of the top riders in the women's peloton, hopefully in the coming years. But I always take like a year at a time and just see, this time last year I was here at Rouleur, and I would have never have thought I was going to be back again talking about what I'm talking about now. So who's to say what I'm going to be talking about? Oh, well, I might not be back here, but
we'll invite you back, don't worry.
But yeah, maybe I'll be talking about something completely different next year. So yeah, I'll have to see, and just stay chilled out, stay relaxed, and just see how it goes. Yeah.
Josh, goals, ambitions?
Short-term goal, it'd be to not get too excited, because it's racing with the pros in it, and I don't know, I don't want to end up going up the road 2K in just for the fun. So
proper junior style.
Yeah. So I'm not saying I'll have the legs to do that, but can always plan for it. But long term, again, just be one of them riders that knows what they're doing, and like Luke, he knows what he's doing. He knows all the roads, and he's just be a classy bike rider. Like that'd be cool.
That's such a good, be a classy bike rider. That's not a bad ambition. And in terms of that, you said, become a bike rider who knows what they're doing. For both of you, what are the key learnings you're hoping for over the next couple of years? What's the main area of improvement that you're focusing on?
I think just get a better understanding of the races. I still haven't raced all of the races. There's still a lot that I haven't done that I'm yet to learn about. I spent a lot of time in Belgium this year, so I think I know Belgium quite well, but I'd like to get to know like Spain and Italy a bit more. I don't know, just be a bit more well-rounded, a bit more worldly wise. But I think that comes with time. So yeah, I'll probably stick with just learning about my surroundings.
You've got a few more years ahead of you, for sure. Josh, for you, areas of improvement?
Get to know all the roads and all the races, like all the ins and outs, and how to race a pro race, because obviously it's going to be a lot different to what I'm used to, and just to try not to annoy as many people as I can, trying to avoid that. But it should be good, and I'll try and learn as much as I can.
We'll try and keep you relaxed for now, but I can tell how excited both of you are. Rachel, the future's bright for these two, isn't it?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, two of the biggest talents of kind of this generation in the UK. So I think names that we're going to be seeing really often on the top of results sheets. Maybe it will take a few, I guess you don't know, it might take a few years to kind of get in the rhythm of pro racing. I don't know, like I said, it's hard to tell because the ages do seem to be getting younger and younger of people winning. So just wait and see. But I'm sure they'll be great.
We shall be keeping our eyes peeled and looking out for you too, and I'm sure everyone in the room is going to wish you all the best for the coming years. Already achieved so much, so young, but plenty more to come. Next up, we have Tom Pidcock. I mean, he was once one of the rising stars of British cycling and now very much an established star. He is in conversation with Matt Stevens, but for now, big thank you to Rachel Jary, to Josh Tarling and Alice Towers.